Welcome back to the Cedar podcast, everyone. How are you all doing today? I hope you're having a good day, much like I always say. I hope your week is going well. It is a Wednesday, so hang in there. We're gonna make it to the weekend, so hang in there. It's the final stretch, it's the home stretch. Anyways, today's episode is gonna be about objectives. We're gonna talk about objectives today. So this is the 8th episode, only 2 more to go until we hit the 10th episode, in which case we will start having guest speakers. As I mentioned in the earlier episodes, we're going to have some guest speakers who come on. They're going to pick the topic. We're going to talk about it for 10 to 15 minutes depending on how long we need. But anyways, let's get into the 8th episode, which is about objectives. So what are objectives? They are goals, okay? Simply put, they are goals. You set these goals/objectives and you try to complete them in an efficient and effective manner. Objectives are very important in helping you get organized. Okay, so that's the what. Now, why are they important and how can they help you? Well, we always have a lot to do every day. From the minute you wake up to the minute you go back to bed, we have a lot of tasks that need to be done. Okay? And this can lead to you being overwhelmed. Okay, you will feel stressed out. And we've already covered stress and organization and all these things that relate to each other in earlier episodes. But in terms of objectives, you have a lot of stuff to do every day. Okay, you have to go to school. If you're a student, you have to go to school. You have homework. If you go to work, you have to wake up, eat breakfast, go to work, drive to work, whatever, commute. You have to report to your boss. You have deadlines. You have projects. You have clients. You have meetings. You have a lot of stuff to do. All right? So why is objective setting very important? Well, they give you clarity of what needs to be done. So it takes all of the important information from all of the information you have in your head, and it makes you focused. It lets you focus on what needs to be done. It makes it clearer for you. It lays out the path in front of you. They allow you to easily manage your life as well. And by the way, we're not just talking, anytime I talk about something like objectives or stressor, I'm not talking about it from a professional standpoint. I'm talking about it in your personal life as well. I'm not just talking about your professional lives. This also relates to your personal life. So setting objectives, mental objectives, you don't have to write them down. If you're good at remembering stuff, well, then you can just mentally set objectives in your mind that you want to get done on that day. So they allow you to easily manage your life. They allow you to control your life, to take control of your life and not let stress take over. Objectives also allow you to prioritize tasks in level of importance. So let's summarize what we've just said. So objectives, they are goals. You set them, you lay them out, and you try to complete them efficiently, effectively. You have a lot of stuff in your head. You can get overwhelmed, you can get stressed. So use objectives wisely. Let them do the work for you. You should not feel stressed. Objectives take the workload and stress off of you. You can easily manage your life, control your life. You can rest assured that you know what needs to be done, and you can easily prioritize tasks and level of importance. So objectives are very, very important, as you can see. There are many ways you can easily set objectives. There are calendar apps you can use, to-do lists, diaries, agendas. Just what I personally like to do, every time I wake up, I open my computer, I use the sticky notes application, and I just write down the things that need to be done. And every time I finish it, I write down next to that task, done, in full capital letters. So I can see it, that it is done, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I save this as a template so that next day I just copy and paste it. If there is something new that I only have to do on that day, for example, a dentist appointment, then I just write it down, and then I put done next to it when I'm done with it. So That's just a visual way of seeing it, because I'm more of a visual person. I need visuals to help me. Other people might like to record personal voice messages. I've seen that happen. I've had a friend who, when they want to remember something or when they want to do something, they use the voice memos application. This is on the iPhone. So they use the voice memos application to record a small message, and they can easily refer back to it later on. You can also use the notes application. So there are many ways, as you can see, that you can use technology to help you. Don't forget, technology is there for you. There are many free applications. You don't have to pay anything. And why make your life more stressed out, I mean, we're already stressed. Right now, COVID-19 is running rampant, okay? Just life is just very, very stressful right now, okay? We're not going to talk about COVID right now because that's not what the episode is focusing on. But life is very stressful. Set objectives, okay? Even if it's something trivial such as, I don't know, clean your room. That is an objective. You have to clean your room. When you're done, the objective is complete. Another objective is to go and buy groceries for the next week or for the next 2 weeks. Okay, so you can finish all of your groceries today. You can write down a grocery list, and you can go through the grocery store, and every time you put an item in your trolley or basket, you can tick it off the list. So use lists. Lists are very good. Objectives are very good. Now, so one aspect that I really want to talk about when it comes to objectives, and this is very important, no matter who you are, no matter what field you're in, what field you're pursuing, in university or school, and what you're working as. This is very important when it comes to setting objectives, and that is the SMART criteria. Okay, so what is the SMART criteria? Well, SMART is an acronym. Okay, so it stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Okay, so you have 5 letters. They each stand for something. I'm going to repeat them again. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and the last one is time-bound. So, I'm going to give you an example. If you're still confused, don't worry about it. This is a criteria that you can use that helps you in setting objectives. By using this criteria, your objectives will be known as SMART objectives. Now, you can set objectives. You can just go and set objectives, but are they SMART objectives? Are they specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound objectives? I'll give you an example. It will make it a lot clearer, I bet you. So, the example we're going to talk about for the SMART criteria is losing weight. Everyone wants to lose weight. We could all do with losing more weight. So that is the objective. Is it a SMART objective, though? If you go and tell someone right now, I'm going to go and lose weight, they're going to ask you questions. They're going to ask you, how are you going to do that? What are you going to do to achieve that? And so on. So this is where the SMART criteria comes into place. So, let's say that, now you could just go run outside. You could just go jogging and pray that you lose weight the next day when you go on the scale. But there's a better way, through this criteria that I'm going to explain now. Let's say that you set a goal. You want to set a goal of running, let's see here, 5 miles in less than an hour? That's a goal. Let's just go with that. You want to run 5 miles in less than an hour. That is the goal you want to hit. That is the objective you want to set, that you want accomplished, okay? You want to run 5 miles in less than an hour. So, in terms of the SMART criteria, you've already ticked off the S and the M. Setting a goal of running 5 miles in less than an hour is very specific. You want to run a certain amount of miles in less than an hour. And it's very measurable because you used some numbers here. So it's measurable. 5 miles in less than an hour. Now, is it attainable? It is somewhat attainable. depending on the effort you put into it. So as you can see, you see what we're doing here? We're using each of the the letters in the word SMART. We're using that criteria to see whether we can have a SMART objective. Remember, the objective is to lose weight. So, specific, measurable, those 2 letters are done. You want to run 5 miles in less than an hour. That's S and M. Now, the A, attainable. Is this attainable? It is attainable, somewhat, depending on the effort you put into it. Now, what about the last 2 letters of the criteria, R and T? Relevant. This goal is relevant. This objective is relevant because you want to lose weight in the long run. So it's relevant to what you want. And the last letter, T, time bound. Okay, so you have to set a time frame. Your goal is to run 5 miles in less than an hour. When do you want to have achieved that by? You can say in the next month or 2, next 3 months, so on, whatever. So, that is an example of using the SMART criteria to set SMART objectives. You want to lose weight? Instead of just running, going out of your home and just running, sprinting, going to whatever, you have an objective. You have a SMART objective. You want to run 5 miles in less than an hour. Once that SMART objective is complete, you might set another objective. Okay, now I can run 5 miles in less than an hour. Let's increase it. 8 miles and whatever. You can increase it. You can make a new SMART objective. So, the SMART criteria is very, very useful in that sense. It's very useful in helping you set SMART objectives. Because let's say another objective is to, there are many examples. But you know what? I think you get the point of it. I'm not going to go into another example because the losing weight example, it's very relatable. We all want to lose weight. But if you can look up tons of examples using the SMART criteria. And the SMART criteria, it's not just, you don't have to only use it in, again, your professional life. You can also use it in your personal life. So losing weight, you can use it here. When it comes to your professional life, you can, let's say, you can use the criteria for a project. For any project, you need specifics. When you have a project, you want to lay it out. You need the specifics. Is it measurable? Can you attain it? Is it relevant to what you're trying to do? And you have a time frame. You can use this criteria for pretty much any objective. Okay? But I think you all understand what I wanted to. This is pretty much what I wanted to share. That's the gist of it. I like to say that. That's the gist of it, basically. So, also I hate that word, basically. I'm not a big fan of that word, but I always say it. I don't know why, but I just don't like it. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have when it comes to objectives. To summarize, you need to set objectives in your life. It helps you keep your life in order. And this goes back to organization. Organization, setting objectives. We need to manage our lives better. Okay? There are people out there who don't set objectives. They're not very organized people. They let stress take over their lives for them. Why? Why are you doing that? You should be in control of your life. Don't let anyone or anything control your life for you. You need to be in control. Always remain in control. Okay? But I think that's it. I think that's the end of the episode. This has been episode 8. Wow, we're almost going to make it to the double digits. It's pretty. Well, it makes me happy knowing that we're about to hit the double digits. It's been a good journey so far. I'm gonna say that it's been a good journey, and things will only get better, hopefully. But anyways, on that note, I want to thank you all for taking the time to make it to the end of the episode. If you did. As always, leave your feedback, your comments in the comment section if you're on YouTube, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. I guess I don't know how to end it, so I'm just gonna say that I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care of yourself, stay safe, and see ya.